And hello, welcome back to the channel. We are playing Rosetta, the Lost Language from Story Machine Games. You can look at their website to buy the game. It's a great game and you can definitely play along right now. We're going to jump into the game and see who we've got with us today. Maybe. Here we go. There we go. We have Beneeta and Eric. They're joining us today playing the game Rosetta. And I have already selected a meaning for the inscription. I did that over the break. I figured out what this is. So I'm very happy to have you begin right away. If you're unfamiliar with the game, you can look up the rules on Story Machine's game website. They have a really great resource there. And they have the whole game, like the rules and stuff, on there. It's a fairly simple game. The whole goal is that the author, me, has to help the guessers, you all, including you in chat, try to get to the meaning of this inscription to the upper right of my camera. And I have a meaning secretly saved to a little Word file that I have linked to the stream layout here that will pop up if you guess. I will. There are 10 rounds in which every round the guessers can provide one word to me, and I will draw that word in the fictional language seen at the right. And I have to be creative in how I do this. The meaning of the word is not in picture. Meaning that I can't just put building or lighthouse or dock, because in the location on the right, it's there. I can't. The meaning of the word is not that thing. So it's off screen, so to speak. It's meant to get you to that meaning, but not exactly there. Okay, so with that being said, what would you like your first word to be? Oh, hold on. Sorry, I muted you. Now you're not muted. There we go. Now they're not muted.
Oh.
Thank you, Catherine.
I was saying that I'm getting a lot of motion in this picture by those two lines at the left side. And animal or like a boat, heck, even a person.
Mm-hmm. Just
So,
being yeeted off the side of the wall into the ocean. Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeet
Yeah.
the whole man. Like, someone comes up to you at a party, shares an opinion, and you're just like, this glyph is me just throwing them into the ocean.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Basically.
hear you. Yeah. That's
If you put
a
yeet
relatable
on
move.
here, I'm going to be very disappointed, and I will still draw it.
I think that
well,
means
I wasn't
we have
going
to say
to,
yeet.
but now I have to.
Yeah, I think we have to.
me
Because
watching.
yeet can convey so much.
Yeah, like I wasn't even I was gonna say canon, but now I definitely need to say yeet.
Yeah. Yeet.
Me
That's
burning
my word.
a game just to prank Ian.
Yeah. I feel like that's fun. Like that's fine. It's our first. It's our
wait,
first
seriously?
round.
Yeah, well, we're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it.
I'd be
Man.
all caps.
Because yeet can mean so many things. Like it's the act of throwing, or it's being thrown. Like it could be so many things. So
What
it's not a horrible first
And
guess.
one is yeeted.
Exactly.
You can be yeeted emotionally. You can be yeeted physically.
All very true.
This is very different than yoink.
Yoink.
Yeah. You yeet and you yoink.
I don't think I've ever used yoink like that.
Yeah, I think about it all.
You think about it all?
And that's it.
Hey,
Huh. Okay.
That's something though. That's not
Yeah.
because it seems like so it seems like that diamond that we've got is a little bit related to the diamond that we see there.
Ish kind of box is a box that's on the bottom
Oh yeah,
left-hand
that's what I
side.
meant. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's actually not bad.
No. Turns
I'm
out
actually kind of impressed.
but we got yoinked instead.
What should we say next? Leaving.
Yeah. So Catherine pointed out that the box. It looks like the box is kind of being drawn in sort of like motion aspect to it.
Right.
Hmm.
I actually like that because this zigzaggy line could also do that as well.
Right. That there's some sort of erratic motion to it, whereas this is a more ordered motion. So if we were to say that that's an ordered motion line, then this, I would say, even in my brain at least, I'm seeing motion and a direction, and then something happening in between the motion and the direction. So, like, how do we feel? Is it like... This feels like it's going to be something at least partially, like, I feel almost water-related again, just given that we got another location that fairly heavily leans into, like, water or, like, nautical stuff.
I do think so.
Okay.
I see, like, those two lines almost as, like, legs, so, like, my brain is, like, swimming or something like that.
Interesting.
So...
The first thing I see is I can't see, like, I basically, in my brain, I'm seeing someone launching a cannonball in a direction indicated by the arrow, and it's, like, being shot outwards, almost as, like, the town defending itself from boats coming in. That's the narrative that I've constructed around this, but that's where my brain is at.
I just see a fat person swimming.
Also,
but Catherine has canon vibes as well. And Canon, she's been on a roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Catherine and I are very firmly on similar pages at times. That's good for me because Catherine tends to be right.
Well, let's see where that leads us.
Okay.
Or is that what the word that you want to do?
We can try canon. I mean, like, it's a little post-industrial for, like, probably what we're looking at location-wise here, but, you know, we'll see.
So you want canon. The funny thing is that I believe that every single group has chosen the word canon independently of each other. So far.
Yeah.
Like...
So you're saying that the word canon technically is itself canon.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
basically.
I love the fact that multiple people have come up with the same word independently because, yeah, sure, canon. It's canon. That is true. Catherine has been in all the groups. The Catherine canon.
Oh, so this is a corrupted sample then.
So she's just working for big canon. Oh no! We're in the pocket of big canon. I can't believe I let myself be manipulated by this.
Yeah. Eric, you should feel ashamed, honestly.
I do feel ashamed. Catherine's just in all these Twitch chats shilling for big canon.
Ooh, that looks like an explosion.
Ooh, that seems wildly irrelevant. Neat. Yeet was more helpful than canon.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so, hot take, I'm wildly wrong. So, Beneeta, I'm going to defer to you for your next guess, because I think somewhere we got to start moving towards the middle where Ian is on this one.
Yeah. Okay, so Yeet gave us that one
Yeet
of the shapes.
So much.
And the thing is, it's interesting that he put in the hieroglyph that square is at the bottom, like the left side of the picture, but in Yeet, it's at the front side. So I think that like says something, and I do think the fact that like motion is definitely involved in this word that Ian is thinking.
Could it be something like sinking?
Maybe.
Or it's like...
Or swimming, because swimming can apply to kind of like animals or people.
Mm-hmm.
Should we try swimming?
Sure. I got my word last time, and it was not.
Okay, let's try swimming.
So we're going back to this. Okay. Swimming.
I hope it's good.
Swimming.
If it's not, you'll know exactly how I felt when I saw Cannon get drawn.
Basically.
Just, my feeling. My sense of security was yoinked away.
It was yoinked away. So basically you're using yoink instead of yank. Yanked away.
Yeah.
I like it. Yoink. Okay. Huh.
Ooh. I think we're gonna get like thrown on this like single square thing for a while.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So swimming and yeet are somehow relevant to that square shape, but he put the square shape
In a different place each time.
Yeah.
It's also possible that the square shape is something like a person. Like it's just the indicative of a person. So like a person could swim, a person can yeet, and they're in both. Whereas like a person doesn't cannon, a cannon cannons. So that's why there was a person missing from the second one.
All right. So
Okay.
Here are the options for you. For the ability, either you can state I can state whether or not the meaning has been said out loud so far, or I can say whenever asked, I will point at the guess that is closest to the meaning. So basically, you can save this for later.
Okay.
All right, Catherine.
Oh,
goodbye. Thanks,
thanks,
hanging out with
Catherine.
us.
Yeah, thanks for help.
Bye.
I think research is not going to help us because we've been like we've said a bunch of words and I haven't really kept track.
I agree with you.
So, Ian, does this mean the author that like if we ask multiple times, or is this a one-time deal at you'll point at the guess that's closest to the meaning?
I will whenever this is a one-time thing.
Okay. I get confused by the phrasing
Yeah.
of whenever there because I'm like, oh, can we? Okay. Eileen
So
poetry,
we should save it.
but we should bank it. Yeah, we should bank it and
Yeah.
use it if we're in an emergency. So like round 8 or round 9, let's use it.
Sure.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Bang.
So round 4. What's your word?
Okay.
Swimming. That person. I wonder what those lines on the left side mean.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a line in the hieroglyph, but there's nothing. So maybe it's indicating that it's not like it's swimming, but maybe you're on to something about like it indicates like a person, kind of like as in like it's related to those two words.
Maybe.
Okay.
What about? Should we work back a little bit? So I know that the first time what we did was in the previous game we did waves to try and establish some things about water that we may know and try to get basically like a high level concept. Here we started with yeet, which was obviously the right choice. But we haven't necessarily spent some time establishing things like what is ground, what is land, what is person.
Sure.
So like what if we guess something like island? To get a good sense of like the relationship between the ground and the water.
I like that a lot. Let's do that.
Sure. We could even let's not try to get too tricky. I was about to say we could try and guess lighthouse to see if we can get a third thing in there and just try to overload the glyph, but let's not get too fancy because we risk getting something unhelpful. Let's try island. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Island. Here we go.
This picture is giving me like Santorini, Mykonos vibes.
Yeah. This picture is just a place that I would like to visit someday. Is basically the energy that I'm like, this seems so nice. Like definitely warm.
Okay.
Oh.
Box.
Oh.
Huh.
Okay, that's interesting. So in my mind, oh, we're not done yet.
Oh, it's going.
Ooh,
The circle is
that's good
not
though.
inside. Yeah.
So if I were to put on my peak academic hat and speculate, unfortunately my peak academic hat is in the basement. It's an octopus. But this looks to me like land. The circle is surrounded on all four sides by water, which is the line with the lines through it. And so, ooh.
I'm wondering the fact that he like crossed out the lines. I'm wondering if that means it's not an island.
I don't know. So right now we've talked a little bit about like swimming and island. But
Right.
we've still got a like glyph idea here, which is like we see straight lines crossing another larger line, but in this picture we see two straight lines crossing a circle. Does that mean that there is some relationship between the land and the water, where it's like where the water and the land meet, like a beach or something?
Yeah, and the circle's inside this box too, so that definitely means something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Curator of Intrigue, thanks for following. Join in. Provide ideas. We need help. We're trying to get to the answer here.
Yes.
What this inscription is. You can see the meanings of the current cards that I've already, the words that I've already drawn up above Eric and Beneeta. This is we're going into round 5 of 10, so we're trying to figure out what this inscription on the right means. I know what it is, but they don't, and I can't tell them anything.
Not just can't, also won't.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's at least what I'm thinking is I feel like there's some relationship to a person. I think the circle has to mean land of some kind. And maybe something about like water, like the aspect of like water crossing over to the land. And I don't know what the triangle means, but we're getting the triangle after the next round. So we might actually be in pretty good shape.
Okay, so what do you want to guess for our next word?
What if we tried beach? Just test a hunch.
Sure.
Okay.
I throw in that the circle is land. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Curator of Intrigue. Also, I really like your username.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool username.
So you want beach?
Yeah, sure. Let's try it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Swimming was great, though, because I think swimming got us to island. Oh, we haven't used the ability yet. The ability that we have is poetry, and whichever guess is the closest to the actual meaning. So we're banking it for a little bit later from now.
When we think we're slightly closer than we are currently.
And there you go.
There's that line again with the X's.
Okay. That means that my suspicion is not correct, which is fine.
It's a half circle, which I find very interesting.
Right. So that would imply to me that something about the like island here is critical just because it's a full circle.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's look at this picture. Okay, so I see stairs. I see a little bit of like people hanging out clothes to dry. I see a basket. I see cobblestones.
Mm-hmm. Here's an idea. What about dock?
Huh. Yeah, I actually think that would work because the beach indicates half. So dock. Yeah, let's try that. Let's do dock.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, at least this way we'll be able to get another piece of it afterwards. And I think we're moving in a direction that I like. I think we're gonna be in it. It's gonna be tough, but
Dock.
I believe in us. I believe. Let's see how that goes. I'm excited to find out what the triangle means. This line again.
Oh, that's helpful. Okay.
Huh. Okay, that's good.
That's very good. So we've got basically like, so we've actually got all, as soon as Ian tells us what the like triangle means, we've got all 4 pieces. We just need to assemble the 4 pieces and just like overlay them until we can establish some meaning, which
and
is
right
fun.
now it is the end of round 6, which means that you get a special ability. The curator. I saw this. This is the. I will point at the guess that's closest to the meaning of the word. That's the ability. They haven't used it yet, so it's still almost there. The meaning of that triangle is importance or important.
Importance. Okay. Island, dock, yeet, and importance.
Okay. So it seems to be. Oh, okay.
Important. That importance, not gonna lie, is throwing me off a little bit.
So it means that this I like.
I think it means that what's in front of this, like the circle, which is like the most right, is like important. If it's on top, almost.
But it's a person. Okay, so based on the fact that the importance is far away from the person's looking towards the important thing. I think it can only be Jay Gatsby from F. Scott Fitzgerald's classic novel, The Great Gatsby.
Are they standing on a dock, though?
I see how he's I mean, I think he was standing on a dock looking towards the green light. I don't know if this person is. I'm putting on my American literature hat and my archaeology hat. 2 hats.
Yeah. Wow, look at that.
I will say that's probably the best joke I've made in a while. But
that was a pretty good joke. Not gonna lie.
Thank you.
I
appreciate
Eric here, purely for the jokes.
Pure for the literary jokes. Yeah. There you go.
Anyone looking for some mid-century American literature jokes? I took an AP English class. Okay, so we've got some similarities. Man, this one's tough.
Yeah, I'm struggling a little bit.
Okay, so what do we think we know? I think that's the first question. Is we think that the diamond shape is somehow person related. We think
I think so.
We think that the circle is somehow island related, and we think that the 2 lines diagonal are something where we know that the triangle means importance. Important. Sorry, I have it written down for my own benefit, and I just goofed it. How do we synthesize that?
I find it interesting that he's using lines with other lines in it to signify something.
I think water of some kind. So if you look at like swimming, it's something person related and something water. If you look at island, it's land with water on all sides. If you look at beach, it's partial land, partial water, and then dock is some construction with water on 3 sides.
I like that. I think you're right. So if we're taking the dock, island, all of what we know, importance.
So a dock.
Can I
without...
ask if it's a person, place, or thing, Ian?
You can ask him.
I'm
He
not gonna
probably
answer.
Okay, so it's if we're saying it's a dock minus water, what do we get? Like, how does that equation work out?
Dock minus water is just like land.
Is it?
Waterford.
Yeah.
I don't know. Huh.
No, because like there are places where that similar construction could matter, right? So there's like bridges are essentially a double-ended dock that can be that connect land. They have water underneath of them. So I could imagine that and I'm not saying this is what it actually would be, but you could imagine something like the two lines with the bridges, so like that double line with water underneath of it could be our bridge glyph, and that would mean some kind of construction. I'm again just baselessly speculating here, but
well, I don't have a better option, and I forgot bridges exist, so that's.
I mean that's a real mood. Although I think every architect everywhere just like suddenly twitched uncomfortably.
Oops. I'm sorry.
Me loudly. What is a bridge?
What is a bridge? Yeah, do we want to say bridge and see how that goes? I'm definitely still getting thrown off by the importance, though, because it's at the front of the picture, on the top of the picture.
Yeah, it makes me... Ironically, if you wanted to ask my, like, real garbage opinion, like, then you're getting it for free. But it almost makes me think of the Colossus of Rhodes, because I'm thinking of like an island, a construction, a person, important.
Right.
My brain just keeps circling back around to like, yes, an important construction of a person on an island is the Colossus of Rhodes, and I'm like, why? I'm just very associated. So like, okay, let's think here. I didn't want to, but I think you're right. No.
Lighthouse.
Yeah, I think we should. I think that's a good move. I think lighthouse would help.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do
Let's see if that. Should we do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm now kicking past me, where past me is like, well, we shouldn't go with lighthouse because that might overload the information. And I'm like, ugh. Past me already.
Lighthouse.
Yep. Thank you, curator.
Oh, why did it do that?
Oh, look at that image. Just
oh yeah,
bones
that
and
image
skulls on the ground.
Okay. I don't know why it
Very
changes like
cool.
that. Sometimes it just does. Okay.
No worries.
Yeah, no, I agree with Curator of Intrigue's thought there. A critical land building related to the shore lighthouse is a good guess here. I still stand by both Jay Gatsby and the Colossus of Rhodes.
I don't disagree with you. Could... Whoa!
Whew, okay. Ooh, okay.
Interesting.
I think Jono's right, though. I think that circle with the lines might be land building.
Yeah. And then the water, which I think that is water. But then what is that at the end? It's like half a triangle, so like half importance.
Hey, y'all. This is the designer.
Oh!
I was like,
hi.
I recognize that name. Welcome, Jono.
Yeah, thank you for the save on that one. Lighthouse is good. That's helpful. Okay, so that makes me think of some kind of land building. An important land building with people. Or with personally.
Like a capital?
That's kind of what I was thinking as well, actually.
Because like,
we still got 3 more guesses. So if you want to use one of our 3 last ones on capital, I'm for it.
okay, let's see how far off the track we've gotten. Let's do
Okay.
capital.
All right.
We should definitely use our poetry sometimes.
Capital.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. I like that. I'm a big fan of that.
Ooh.
Oh, is this money?
It's money.
It's the money! We did it!
Nice!
Oh, man. We didn't even use the ability. Oh man, that was a rush.
Wow!
Woo! That's
Okay, so
hard.
now
I like that.
I'm not going to
How-
explain this. You all explain this because you got it on round 7. So like, round 8. Sorry, this is round 8. But like, explain your reasoning. What was it that got you to this point?
Well, we arrived at the same place though. Beneeta and I were both thinking capital, and
It was
What do you think
So-
my reasoning was for this? I'm going to put it to you.
Ooh. Okay, so at least I kept seeing. So may I ask you some questions?
I mean, at this point we've won, so like,
Okay.
I'm happy to answer any questions.
yeah.
I assumed the diamond
Yes.
was person
Mhm.
the whole time. And so once we got important, it was just a matter of establishing what that circle with the 2 lines was. And so island was critical because it gave us some notion of land, was helpful because it gave us some notion of building with water on 3 sides of it. Jono's point that a critical land building related to the shore was lighthouse was especially helpful because it finally gave us that the combo glyph, right? We got the 2 lines in the circle, which meant that it was, it's an important people land building.
Yeah.
And you're like, an important people land building. There's only 2 things that it could be. It could be either a house, which is already in the picture, or a capital, which I would say is implied by like this being it seems to be like a budding like center of like trade, commerce, and people living around. So I'm like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So I'm curious to see how, like, what you looked at these 2 pictures. How did you come up
So-
with capital?
I was thinking like city. I was like, wait, city, but I could just do capital. And that was literally my entire thought. I was like, capital would be neat. And then I was thinking about how I could relate it to here. And so my original thought was a circle meant like a place. And the 2 things
Okay.
going into it meant like roads. So roads are generally leading to a city. The person signified like this is a place of humans. It's like a place that has
Okay.
roads leading to it. So that's what that was. So dock is basically a road into the water. Like that's
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And so you had it down. Like the line with the four lines through it was water. Yes, that was indeed what I was doing there. So
Nice.
and then you got importance already.
That
so,
was
So yeah,
true.
that's what my thinking was.
Yeah.
Beach was like it's a intersection between land and water, but it's beach by itself is like it's not like a full piece of land, so it's only like a half circle. That was my thinking on that one. And then lighthouse was it's a very specific idea if you think about it, because like there's water, but then it's almost a lighthouse is always accompanied by a city nearby. So like a city separated, like a small thing separated by water next to a city is a lighthouse. Like that's what it is. So that was my thinking with that one, and I'm really glad that you got it. That was really exciting.
Capital's a
That
tough
was
word.
true teamwork. Yeah, that is true teamwork right there.
Yeah, we all. I'm mostly just impressed that we got there from Yeet to start off.
Right.
Like I was like,
I
we
don't
are
regret
burning
that
a
Yeet
chunk
did.
of the game.
Yeah.
All right, so I do want to ask before it is 1:30. Do you have time for another one?
I probably
Okay.
don't,
So
unfortunately.
we will end the stream
Yep.
today right here. But if you are watching online live right now, make sure you followed the stream. We do this pretty often. Today is November 25th. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I'm going to take a break, not do anything, because it's also my birthday. So I'm going to do that. But thank
Happy
you.
birthday!
Birthday.
But on Friday, I'm going to be doing. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have something. I'll post an announcement on my Twitter about what I'm doing. I might be working with a company to do a sponsored stream, so that'll be fun. But please follow and subscribe to the stream. It helps the channel and me, so it's really great to be able to do more of these things like this. If you have ideas from publishers about publishers that might want to do something like this, please send them my way. I'm happy to talk to them. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.